This is Morten from Inkish at Highcon's fantastic headquarters here just outside Tel Aviv in Israel. We came very late yesterday morning, I would say, and I'm here with Simon. Simon?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I mean, it's been some years now, right?
It has. I think you were here very much right after I started at Highcon in early 2021.
That's true.
Before COVID.
Yeah. And we were...
No, in COVID. It was...
I was here in COVID, and we were also before, because we spoke about our collaboration of the pre-drupas at the 20, which was cancelled. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. And that was in your old headquarters, right?
That was in a very different kind of facility and atmosphere.
Yeah. And now you are getting ready for drupa, and Galitzi told me that how you present Highcon at drupa this time is totally different from the past, right?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Highcon had an amazing drupa 2016 in the sense that Highcon's booth was a magnet. But as an outsider, because I wasn't at Highcon then, what I saw was a magnet that was completely off track. We're not going to have dancing girls in paper dresses. This time we're very focused on our target customers, showing our solutions, showing customers' applications, bringing it down to earth, and making it ever so real and ever so tangible. You know what? It's not the most exciting thing on earth, but it's desperately important. It's really competent, capable, mainstreaming digital die cutting, not dancing girls in paper dresses.
But it has some kind of energy to it anyway, because I mean, if you look at all the mega trends going shorter runs, more personalized, more SKUs, more anything that basically requires a digital mindset in production, I mean, you fit the bill, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I didn't say boring. I said focused. I said it's not about the razzmatazz, it's about focusing on what matters to the people that we want to talk to. And you know what? Whether it's 200 or 220 or 240,000 people at drupa, I don't care about all of them, with all due respect. I care about the subset of people who are folding carton converters, who are corrugated converters, who are thinking about those mega trends, who are facing the challenges of shorter runs, smaller batches, faster turnaround, more sustainability, more shelf appeal. One of the jobs we're going to be doing is this job from Lambda, where we've added a cutout for the mouth of the pet.
Super nice.
It's very nice, but you know what? Tim does that in the Czech Republic. They do it because they have all kinds of special effects, and we'll have those jobs on the booth as well. Dog packs with little bones cut out, all kinds of cute things that you can't do conventionally. Yes, we make a really good box, but we can add a certain something, which is what unboxing experiences are about, which is what shelf experiences are about, the first moment of truth and all that. It's really important, and Highcon does it really well.
We just spoke about how long you've been with Highcon. Do you know there was like an aha moment where Highcon as a company realized that instead of making beautiful dresses and fine filigrane, we had to move into industrial scale packaging? Was there like a defining moment for you guys?
So I think that Shlomo, when he arrived here as CEO in mid-2019, started that process more from intuition. And I think that I helped to verbalize it as an admirer, but also as somebody who understood that we hadn't been as successful as we might have been. And that was from a whole series of things, but focus matters. One of the things that rich, large companies can do is they can do a bit of this and this and this. When you're small and you're not resource rich, you have to be focused, you have to make choices, and choices means what yes and what no. We have to address a need. We're not a nice to have. We need to be something that is required. We need to be something that adds value. We need to be something that matters. For me at Indigo, there was a moment around 2008 when Indigo went from being a nice to have to a must have, to being on the periphery of companies' businesses to being in the center. And Highcon has to do the same. Indigo never said we're going to replace analog printing. Highcon doesn't say we're going to replace analog die cutting. The right tool for the right job, coexisting. Our message at drupa is to show, when we say mainstreaming, that we're there to do real work, real jobs, real volumes, but not the large batches, not the things that fit better on analog. In this world, there's no more one size fits all. And Highcon can live alongside a Bobst or a Masterwork or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be either or, it needs to be both of them in order for the converter to offer the best solution to his customers.
I totally understand, and I also agree 100% with you. I still, however, always think that when you have a company developing the technology that you bring to market, you always have to have a focus on finding as many customers as possible. And there is a crossover. I mean, we just spoke to Heim about the Vulcan, and the Vulcan addresses some of the things that might actually push the boundaries a little bit for the volume perspective. So I guess that you realize that the boundaries are always under pressure, right?
Boundaries are always under pressure. It's not a stable land we're on. It's quicksand. It's a very unstable environment with changes and dynamism, and we're not standing still either. When we say Beam 3 can be 50% more productive than Beam 2, it means not just doing more jobs, it means doing longer jobs as well. When we say we run 15% faster, that means you can do 15% more in the same running time. Yeah. It makes a difference. And we want to move the boundaries, but we don't want to move the boundaries to 10,000 or 100,000 pieces. We want people to understand the Highcon is there for thousands, 1, 2, 3,000, not just for 3, 5, 700.
Yeah. As I said, it's been a while since I was there last time, and of course there's a lot of things that's happened with Highcon. What I feel when I get here after, let's say, your turnaround, right? It seems that it's an extremely focused company, and the colleagues you have are like, we want to be winners, right? It must be really appreciative for you also to work in a company where you see colleagues, stepping up and making wonderful technology, but also stand together and get to market, right?
There is a real sense of purpose. There's a real sense of team. For us, drupa couldn't have been better timed because we needed that kind of mega event to give everybody something to work towards. For a small company like Highcon, and we're small today, just over 80 employees, drupa is a mega project. We may have a fraction of the space that we had at 2016 or that we plan to have at 2020, but it doesn't make it any less of a mega project. And most Highcon employees have never been to drupa. I'm the one who has done that.
You're the one with the gray hair?
The one with the gray hair. And doing a drupa, understanding that we have an opportunity to bring a message to a platform that there is none other like it, is amazing for us, because it meant that we had to really focus, really work as a team. And we're going to have 30 people at drupa. And 30 out of 80 probably makes it one of the highest ratios in the industry. And we're going to be working jolly hard to deliver that message.
Inkish can beat you. We are 100 of 100, but that is a smaller one.
It's a different kind of story.
I know.
We're bringing equipment. Yeah. The equipment is going to be working. We're going to be finishing jobs supplied by 5 different digital printing vendors.
That is nice too, right? Because I mean, if you look at 2 times ago when I was in Israel, I was given a gift, the startup nation, right? And I mean, if you look at the startup nation as Israel, and also if you look at, I know that Benny Lander is on your board, and Alon, who's also been instrumental in the development of the industry in the digital space. It's always been like, okay, everything that can go digital will go digital. And of course, you cannot just talk about print. You need to have the entire value chain there, right?
Absolutely. Highcon is print agnostic. We'll finish lithography, we'll finish flexography, we'll finish digital print, whether it's toner-based, liquid toner, dry toner, inkjet, UV, water-based. We are print agnostic. But we need to recognize that the trends, the mega trends, are driving towards the digital solution. If you print digitally, but you then wait 3 days for a die, what have you done? So we have a very high attach rate to digital print, and that's what we're showing at Drupa. Now, if one of the analog print vendors would have wanted to supply us with prints, we wouldn't have said no, because that's part of our print agnostic
I mean, when they hear this, they will send all the sheets you need, right?
Who knows?
It's too late
They're
now?
very set in their ways. It's never too late to collaborate, but collaborating with a bunch of vendors proves that we're print agnostic, and that message is important. We're also collaborating with customers, not just with the jobs we have on show, but we announced a year and a bit ago that Sealed Air, now called C, was making an investment in Highcon and buying equipment, and C are going to be co-exhibiting on our booth and showing how they're using the Highcon Beam to C to create sophisticated protective packaging for all kinds of interesting applications. So it's not just about the outside of the box, but it can also be about what goes inside.
And that was almost my last question, and you almost answered right now. But I mean, when people come to your booth, what should they expect this time?
So, first of all, working system, Beam 3 and Beam Writer. Samples from the Vulcan, customer jobs, as I said, C, running the demos on jobs supplied by digital print vendors, and a team that is excited and wants to talk and enthuse about what we're doing, and no doubt there'll be other customers around to meet.
And if there's a customer that wants to buy something, is that okay, or?
I think we might manage to work with them if they're in the geographies we covered. You talked before about choices. Right now, we don't have global coverage. One of our commitments is to give customers a great experience, and we cannot do that globally. So right now, we're very focused on Europe, North America, and we're exploring with a partner the Australian market.
What about Israel? Are you not supporting Israel, or?
Israel is an extension of Europe.
Okay, fantastic. Good.
Thank you.
And good luck at Drupa.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you there.
Likewise.